Hi guys, so today let's talk about summer style laws for flamboyant natural body type. If you're new to my channel, I have a huge Kibbe playlist. I'm gonna leave the link down below. You know you are flamboyant natural if you are elongated looking, you have long looking arms and legs, you're normally slightly top heavy, you have blunt squarish bones on your face and on your body. You can have pronounced musculature and wide rib cage. Even though many supermodels are flamboyant naturals, women who don't look exactly like them can also be flamboyant naturals. Because we talk here about yin and yang balance more. We talk about frame dominant, elongation and width, especially on top. And we talk about blunt bones, not sharp. There's a little myth I can hear sometimes that flamboyant naturals look best in everything oversized, that they have to be covered completely with huge amount of fabric and everything has to be very unconstructed. This is not true. Flamboyant naturals look amazing in everything sleek. They can have shortened pieces. They can have cropped pieces. It's just their elongation gets so much exaggerated when they're wearing certain outfits with accents on certain places of their body that accentuate elongation and make them look very disproportionate within their own body. It's just the optical illusion that we sometimes can see. On the other hand, flamboyant naturals is the type they can pull off everything elongated, they can pull off long vertical line, meaning everything to the bottom, to the floor, and they can look normal with this. This normally is not dragging them down. Another thing, they can pull off both oversized top and oversized bottom. This is just the configuration of their body. This is why last several decades our models look like that. They are very elongated because on them whatever you wear, small things would fit, but big things would also fit. Big, unconstructed, oversized and long. And then a small woman gets inspired and she just gets lost in them. And as far as flamboyant naturals can pull those oversized pieces off, they are the ones who normally look elegant, stylish and classy in that. And just in general, flamboyant naturals look great with some freedom in their look. It doesn't mean that they can't wear sleek things. It just depends on how sleek it is and what is the overall configuration. So we gotta feel the vibe, the essence. So Irina Shayk, for example, she's flamboyant natural. So when she's wearing everything sleek and these strange color blocks and that severeness of the leather, that sleekness of her hair, sleekness of everything else, that exaggerates her bone structure. And she, in my opinion, even looks a little bit like a man here. But I don't mean all the flamboyant naturals. I just talk specifically about her bone structure. But it doesn't mean that she can't go for sleek pieces. It's just when she's wearing something a little bit closer to a flamboyant natural, their glam is a bit different. She's wearing quite sleek dress, but this sleek dress is long and slightly curved, which is great for them because this is what their bone structure is. It's long and slightly blunt. And she has more free, rich hair, prominent hair. So when everything is kind of prominent, that immediately gives us that sexy and tasty look. Some freedom added to them or some elongation like long vertical line can save many outfits for them. Now today, of course, I'm gonna discuss do's and don'ts. When I say don'ts, sometimes I show you the pictures that, to be honest, would not fit to any type. For example, this dress, like by definition, it would fit flamboyant natural. Yeah? Unconstructed, loose, big pattern, but it's so disgusting in my viewpoint. I can't imagine any woman would look elegant and great in this dress. And this is my personal opinion. So of course I'm gonna show you something that I myself consider classy. But it's gonna be a mixture. There's gonna be certain things that don't look good specifically on flamboyant naturals, but look amazing on some other types. Okay, so let's go to dresses. When we talk about summer dresses for flamboyant naturals, everything that is bold, relaxed, and elongated looks best on them. So you can't go wrong with bigger sleeves and huge skirt. You don't even have to have waist emphasis. If you go for waist emphasis, it is still gonna be nice. You just can do it in a blouse style, so just slightly relax here, just to create a slightly lowered or relaxed waist, kind of a feel of a dress. That will slightly create that vertical line but still accentuate the waist a little bit. That will look stunning on you. Now let's start with short dresses. Short dresses look good if they're not too stiff and tailored, first of all. However, here it's also kind of depends. Because remember Jane Birkin, 60s fashionista, she was so stylish and she was wearing that Twiggy dress, and Twiggy is flamboyant gamine and Jane Birkin is flamboyant natural. If we compare flamboyant naturals and flamboyant gamines in this type of a 60s straight trapeze dress, super mini. Normally flamboyant gamines look like dolls and flamboyant naturals look like elongated dolls. in this kind of a dress. Again, if they are very bony looking, you know, some flamboyant naturals, they're more bony and like you can see their frame more. Some flamboyant naturals, they're bony too, but they more have like that meat muscles and more fleshy slightly, like Jennifer Lawrence. She's a little bit more meaty, but she's still flamboyant natural by the frame, by the face, by the bone structure, by the whole configuration. For somebody like Jennifer Lawrence, I would say this type of a dress would be too severe looking, too like a little box on something beautiful, soft and elongated. So we need something a little bit more relaxed. But still flamboyant naturals look a little bit better with longer shapes. If we talk about mini dress, doesn't have to be waist emphasis, maybe something straight, but preferably something a little bit more elongated. And also don't do high neckline, because that will look like you are an adult woman wearing little girlish dress. If the neckline is still very long, gives that elongation as well and looks a bit more harmonizing on their structure. Mid-length dresses are normally great, A-line dresses great, but just depends on how trapeze the skirt goes and if you have waist emphasis. But it should not cut the body too high. Even if it's slightly high-waisted, then your body can look very, very elongated. Your arms and legs can look very long. You can just look large and heavy comparing to this smaller dress. So just choose something a little bit longer and not that high-waisted. It's just normal waisted or no waist at all. It can be just narrow around the waist, but slightly straightish. So just in general, waist emphasis is good for them when it's not cutting their vertical line. So when it's slightly relaxed and we can see the elongation, that looks amazing. If we talk about long dresses, everything that you can imagine. Here you are a queen. You can choose any type of a dress that you want. Wrap dresses look amazing. If the wrap dress still looks slightly narrow and slightly elongated, then it will look amazing and very tasty on you. Just look for your vertical line. Low-waisted dresses, maybe not super stiff with small pleats. Too boxy looking, slightly more gamine feel, not like flamboyant natural. Shirt, dress, amazing. Maybe again not super tiny and stiff, but slightly more free would be better. Things that might not look as good on you is something too tailored, too stiff. We need movement, we need freedom. Something too fussy girly with many small details, with high collar. All that as a combination can create just a different vibe. Or exaggeratedly sleek, that can accentuate the angularity, the musculature. It can make you look slightly vulgar and heavy. Top and skirt, same thing as I just said about dresses. If you have different colors, top and skirt, that can look okay if the skirt is not too high-waisted, because if that is a contrasted color and a color block, and for example you have very short black top and white skirt that starts under your boobs, that can look strange, especially for you, because when you shrink your torso, your head, your arms, your legs will look twice more elongated and it will just look strange on you. We need to keep that torso same size or even a little bit longer. It will be fine. So if you're wearing a top and a skirt, you can even wear a top on top of the skirt and it will look good. You don't have to tuck it in. T-shirt, you don't quite look your best with tiny small t-shirts, especially with small sleeves, everything very squeezed, especially with high collar. So for you, it would be a little bit better to have oversized t-shirt, a little bit bigger than you are, maybe even longer sleeves, and it looks a little bit in between t-shirt and a blouse. That can look great for summer for you. Lower necklines, again, it's great. If it's too cropped, it still would be fine if the neckline is lower, because if it's cropped and the neckline is high, this is when you will look like your neck shrinks, your shoulders will become higher and more square and wider. So this is proportionally what happens. Men's shirt can be a little bit too severe because it's too tailored, especially tiny ones. So you need men's shirt to be slightly relaxed. You can wear it in more unconstructed manner. You can tuck it into your pants, slightly relax it here around the waist so it would be slightly like a balloon here. Or you can tuck it in only at the front and let it go longer at the back. That will create a slightly untidy but very free effect on you. The severeness of the shape of this shirt will go. Now you're the one who looks good with elongated tops. It doesn't matter what you wear on the bottom, whether it's a short skirt or long skirt, short pants or very long pants. If you're wearing something on top and you don't tuck it in, it goes longer than these two high bones, hip bones, to your thighs even, it can look great. Of course it depends on what kind of top, what kind of pants, what kind of skirt, what's your idea behind that. But just in general, you're the one who can pull that off and it's not gonna look slouchy on you, it's not gonna bring you down, it's not gonna make you heavy looking. So everything long looks great on you. Blouse, if it's relaxed, it's great. Again, blouses that have this fussy ornate trim around your neck, especially when it's very high, that can look too close, too restricted for you. You don't want that for you. You need that freedom, and so go for longer necklines. Just in general, blouses with small, tiny frills, that can look a little bit too fussy on you. Probably choose something with bigger frills or just different kind of a blouse. You don't have to go for drapes or bouffants. Traditional boho style blouses normally look great on them if they want to go for that style. When it's too tiny everything and too cropped, this is when we see exaggerated bone structure, big wide rib cage, wider shoulders, elongated legs and arms, and some women don't like it very much on them because they don't feel like they look elegant enough. Pants and jeans, basically you can choose whatever you want. Even slim jeans would look good, even cropped jeans would look good, long slim would look good, straight jeans and pants, whether cropped or long, would look great. Wider pants and jeans, also whether they are cropped, but better if they're long, would look great. If it's flared jeans, would look amazing, but better if the flared jeans are down to the bottom and not cropped, because when it's cropped, it looks like you grew up from your childhood jeans. So just better choose something longer. You can even go for platform shoes, and these jeans would cover that. It will look very boho, very elongated for any legs. Now, if you go for low waist, can actually look normal on Flamboyant Naturals, believe it or not. Normal waist also looks great. When it's high-waisted, this is when it can mess up with their proportions. We don't need to shorten your torso. And when you go for wide leg, it looks amazing. Whether it's bigger around your hips as well, and wider legs, or your butt sits very precise and it's longer. Even when it's lying on your shoes and goes slightly longer and drapes on the bottom there, that can look chic on them too, which is not true for many other types. Maybe it would look good for naturals too. Soft naturals I would already not recommend it because it will make untidy their body configuration because of some extra meat, extra softness. They don't look good normally with something tapered with draped leg. And also, as I said before, when it's big on top and big on bottom and long on top, long on bottom, that normally looks great on them, but it doesn't mean that you have to go for that. Slim is also amazing on you. Just don't go for something that would squeeze you too much. Just choose one size up so it would be some air between your skin and between the garment. And I actually would recommend it nearly to anyone, maybe to all the types. I mean, that is just more elegant in general. And when you go for that, you can look amazing in sleek clothes. It's sleek everything. It just when it's sleek and cropped, as I said before, and sleek, cropped, and too high, too color blocked, and when we have too many of these things at once in one outfit, that can start messing up with your proportions and with your bone structure. If you're wearing shorts, it's best when they are slightly elongated. Even knee-length shorts would be great. Higher also. But just don't choose something too squeezing you. It's just not gonna make you look smaller. Some women think that it will shrink their legs. No, on contrary, your legs will be like sausages in the package. We need to see some space between the hem of your shorts and your leg, because this way your leg will look thinner and smaller in general. So you probably can pull off big sneakers and very long dress. You are the only type out of all of them that can actually pull that off. It's just if you still want to go for more elegant look, even if you go for very heavy sneakers, I don't recommend you to go for very long dress. Do just one elegant thing, whether show your ankles or have your dress narrow or have your sneakers more delicate and classic looking, not those huge heavy sports-like sneakers. If you do just one delicate thing, it will already make you look not as bottom heavy. So tailored and angular shoes are best for you. Squarish toe is best for you. For those who have a bit thicker ankle, wider strap would be best, but normally they don't have to worry about cutting their legs. So any kind of straps look great. But it doesn't mean that all Flamboyant Naturals have long legs. I know several Flamboyant Naturals whose legs are actually on a normal side, but then just their torso, their top part, their arms, everything is kind of more Flamboyant Naturals. Their arms gives them that long vertical line. So sometimes their legs can be slightly on the shorter side, so for them they might feel like those straps making their legs look shorter and making them look slightly more squarish. In this case, get yourself good sandals that is same color as your skin. That would look stunning on you. It will blend with your leg and it won't cut your leg. Even if you go for slight platforms, it's gonna be good. Chunky platforms normally looks good, but then it just depends on what outfit you are creating. Wedge platforms, for example, in espadrilles, it's a classic thing, and it is making any leg look more delicate and more elongated. If we talk about ballet flats, choose less soft version. Should be slightly more stiff looking. If you still feel like you just look squarish wearing them, sometimes that happens, maybe you need to angle your feet slightly just to elongate your legs. In this case, just go for ballet flats that have slight heel. You look amazing with different kinds of thicker heels, and they are normally very comfortable to walk in. It doesn't matter, it can start from this heel and then it can go even to that height, especially in beige color, as just said before. It's gonna blend with your feet and look good with anything that you wear, including dresses or pants. Patterns. If we talk about florals, choose from mid-size to bigger size florals, and best if they are done in more precise way, not watercolor blend. Nothing too dirty. Bold big prints, avant-garde prints, contrasted prints, of course stripes. Stripes look great on everyone. You can actually pull off bigger stripes, thicker stripes, something more interesting. That harsh contrast normally is not interfering with your nature. Alright, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.